Have you ever wondered, what happens when a lonely child and a stray dog find each other on the streets? Two souls, forgotten by the world, clinging to each other in a fight to survive. But what if the very society that ignored them is the one that finally tears them apart? Stay with me, because this is not just a story about a boy and his dog. It's about love, loyalty, and the cruel realities we often turn away from. In a small corner of the world, where people hurried by without noticing, a street dog and a homeless child built something most of us spend a lifetime searching for: unconditional friendship. Today, we'll take you on a journey that will melt your heart and break it at the same time. But wait until you see how their bond was tested by those who couldn't understand it. You won't believe what happens at the end. It all began on a rainy morning. A boy, barefoot, hungry, and alone, wandered the streets looking for scraps of food. His name? Some called him Kid, some didn't call him anything at all. But to one creature, he was everything. A small, skinny dog with patches of fur missing and eyes full of sadness, watched from under a broken bench. The moment their eyes met, something changed. No words were spoken, but in that silent exchange, a promise was made. From that day forward, they were inseparable. The dog followed the boy through crowded markets, empty alleys, and abandoned lots. They shared leftovers, slept side by side under the stars, and found warmth in each other's company. Strangers would sometimes smile, watching the boy play fetch with his street friend, laughing like any child should. But not everyone smiled. Some people stared. Some whispered. Some shook their heads and walked away. If this story warms your heart even a little, give it a thumbs up. Your support keeps stories like these alive. But their simple world was about to change forever. As months passed, the boy and the dog grew older together. They built their own little routines. Every morning, the boy would whistle, and the dog would come running, tail wagging like a flag of joy. At night, the boy would tell the dog stories, his voice breaking the silence of the lonely streets. But the city had rules, and rules don't always have room for love. One afternoon, a local authority spotted them near a busy market. To them, the dog was just another stray, a risk to public health. And the boy? Just another street child needing help. Before they could understand what was happening, the two friends were separated. The boy screamed, reaching for his dog as officials pulled them apart. The dog barked, twisted, and fought against the leash holding him back. But no one listened. The noise of the city drowned their cries. Later that night, the boy sat alone. For the first time in months, there was no wet nose nudging his hand, no wagging tail to comfort him. And somewhere in a cold shelter, a lonely dog waited, wondering where his boy had gone. But that's not where their story ends. Not yet. Days turned into weeks. Most people would have given up hope. But love like theirs doesn't disappear. It fights back. The boy, with nothing but his determination, searched the streets, alleys, and shelters. He asked strangers. He followed distant barks. He faced rejection and exhaustion, but never gave up. Until one day, he heard a familiar bark echo from behind a rusty gate. He ran, and there he was, tail wagging, eyes shining, a bark that sounded almost like laughter. The dog leaped into the boy's arms, and for a brief, perfect moment, nothing else in the world mattered. But happiness in their world was fragile. A well-meaning person nearby saw the reunion and reported it, believing the child was in danger living on the streets. Soon, social workers arrived. This time, they took the boy, promising to find him a better life. And the dog? Left behind once again, behind cold steel bars. Their bond was unbreakable, but society's rules were stronger. Heartbreaking, isn't it? Were you expecting that ending? Tell me in the comments below. And so, their paths diverged. The boy was taken to a shelter where he was given food, clothes, and a bed. But his heart, it still belonged to the friend waiting on the other side of town. And the dog? He spent his days staring at the door, waiting for the boy who taught him to trust again. This story reminds us of something simple yet powerful. Friendship doesn't care about where you're from, how much you own, or what rules society places on you. It only cares about loyalty, love, and being there when no one else is. So, next time you see a stray dog or a lonely child, remember their story. Because sometimes, the ones we overlook are the ones who love the most. If this story touched your heart, hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. And if you love stories about the beautiful bonds between humans and animals, don't forget to subscribe and check out our next video, where we explore another heartwarming tale of resilience and love. Until then, keep your heart open and never forget the boy and the dog who found each other and were torn apart, not by fate, but by us.